you put all of these various dots together like that, and what you end up with is a picture. Suddenly the picture flies into your face, and you say, holy smokes, now I take this to the people who are called operational folks, because they're the people that do the planning of what you do about it. So the intelligence piece of all of this has been creating this enormous picture that you now have seen the documentation for.
Stay there. We got a break, General. Please come right back with this, and we'll get the doctor's comments on this. Absolutely. We now have the full textbook, how they're going to kill us.
The Father and the Spirit.
Obama's science advisor called for planetary regime to enforce totalitarian population control, forced sterilization, forced abortion, euthanasia, forced drugging of the water supply, implantable chips. And this is Obama's science advisor, General Stubblebine, intelligence expert. Continuing, you got interrupted by the satellite break there, had to take it. Continuing with the intelligence, you're saying you can see the history of the vaccine, the history of what they've done over and over again, the fear-mongering, and so it's not the flu you worry about, it's the shot. Continue.
That's correct, absolutely correct. And as you begin to, as this picture suddenly pops into your face, Alex, you suddenly say, holy smokes. You know, I knew it was bad. I did not know it was that bad. Now, though, it's time to take action because you now know. And oh, by the way, the book that you've just gotten is your confirmation that everything that we've been saying for months and months and months and months is absolutely true. And oh, by the way, during those months and months and months, people were saying we're crazy. We're nuts. We're off the wall.
That we work for Big Pharma and that we're CIA agents, yada, 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 yada. The fact is they didn't want to hear what we were saying, or they were on the other side. Ignore them. The facts are the facts.
Well, Doctor, that's how COINTELPRO works. Is that they can't believe we have a Ron Paul. They can't believe we have a General Stubblebine. They can't believe that there's good people from powerful positions that are stepping up, and that's what COINTELPRO does. But regardless, we're putting out the facts. We're doing the best we can. People can listen, or they can go ahead and take the shots.
No, but at this stage of the game, they better goddamn listen. Otherwise, excuse my language, but they better listen. Otherwise, they're going to be in deep trouble. You have now seen for a fact. I mean, you believed all along, Alex. Now you understand exactly because you've seen the document. You've seen the blueprint for what all of this is about.
Let me read to you the CDC assumptions that they're basing their targeting on, okay? They say, 1, severity of illness is unchanged from that which has already been observed. Well, they're also predicting, I mean, this is just nonsense, they're also predicting that it's going to get a whole lot worse, which is why, after all, we need the vaccinations.
They're saying for sure they know this, but with regular flu, they go, 1 million Americans have it, like we're all going to die. That just means we have the virus, no big deal. They're clearly engaged in lying and fear-mongering. The question is why?
Well, the answer is very simple, because the WHO has said for decades, and the United States government has accepted for decades, that their first priority for a, quote, sustainable planet is the same as the Illuminati and Bilderberger agenda, which is massive depopulation. The Georgia Guidestones pretty well say it all. I don't know who put them up. I don't know what their deal was, but they do want to reduce the population by a minimum of 80% and a maximum of 90%. That means 9 out of every 10 humans on the planet is slated to go. But as long as we're going, they say, why don't we just pump untold amounts of the remaining money, such as it is, the worthless money that's been degraded by the if you will, the economic pandemic that's been engineered, why don't we just pump all the remaining money into their hands through the diseases that they will cause and through the unbelievable amounts of money that these vaccines are generating?
Well, Doctor, we've got a long segment coming up. This was the short one, so we got plenty of time for both you and General Stubblebine and to break this down and what you're recommending we do and how we get to the floor, you know, to say, look, we're not going to take forced injections because under the executive order that they've activated, as you know, the public may not. They're now saying forced inoculations under level 6, quarantining, lockdown, basically code red. But General, briefly, a lot of the experts I talked to, but you've been the former head of major intelligence divisions of the Army, and really wrote the book on a lot of the systems we see today, looking at this, most of the experts I talked to said they won't want to kill most people right away with the shot, that it'll have a bad effect on some, and the soft kill will be an immediate kill with some, as we saw with trials in Poland and other areas. But
and in China.
A lot of experts are saying binary weapon. For those that don't know, meaning this gives you half of it, they then trigger through water or air something else later.
Well, you know, we know pieces of what are in the vaccines. We absolutely do not know the entire menu that's in that vaccine. One thing is for sure, you can rest assured, since this vaccine is being put there on purpose to give you, as an excuse, to give you the shot, you know that what's going to be in there and what's going to be in your body is not going to fit your body very nicely.
All right, stay there, Doctor. Doctor, we got a break. Long segment coming up. General, stay there. Absolutely. And a lot of experts we've talked to, genetic engineers, say a lot of these cancer viruses they implant trigger later.